Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Meets Vodka. I'm your host, Raya, and I'm handling life one shot at a time. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things pop culture, celebrities, gossip, trends, and let's become best friends. What? I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. Welcome back, guys. I'm so excited. Today, I have Nunu of Her Opinion Show here in studio. Before we get into that and I introduce her, be sure to follow us at coffee.meets.vodka on Instagram and TikTok, anywhere you get podcasts, and on YouTube, Coffee Meets Vodka. Follow her show, Her Opinion Show. Correct?
Yes, at Her Opinion Show.
At Her Opinion Show, anywhere you get podcasts and on YouTube as well. Great stuff there. Okay, well, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here.
I mean, now we're switched. Instead of being on my show, I'm on your show.
Well, luckily for me, it was less chaotic. I'm sorry for you, it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
But you are my first guest here in the new studio.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and
She already has a bunch of notes.
And nothing to drink, so I'm drinking. Thank you to the studio for having some water for me. Okay. We don't have any coffee or any vodka.
No coffee or vodka. I gotta make a store run.
Okay, so I'll be back when you get the coffee and vodka.
Yeah. Well, now that you've shamed me so much, I'll definitely go after this. And shame does work.
I think it does.
It really does.
It's got to. You got to. Someone has to.
Swift kick in the ass is what I needed. You know what I'm saying?
But how's it been, though, otherwise?
For the studio?
For life in general. I mean, we haven't caught up.
Yeah, well, I'm going through it. But I feel like I'm always going... Actually, I'm never really going through it. But now I'm going through it. As you can tell, I was not... What did you say? She didn't get a release form?
I didn't get directions.
Directions.
I got an address.
Literally like 10 minutes before,
yeah, and then I thought we were filming at your house because we had talked about that last time.
We did talk about that. So,
yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, but it's all right. We're here.
We got to roll with the punches. This is not my best work.
Yeah, and because last I talked to you, there was a boy involved, right? You had this guy you were talking to. Mm-hmm. What's up with that?
Right.
Oh, maybe this is why the dysfunction.
This is organization. Oh my God. It's always a mid guy with like mediocre dick that really makes you go insane. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Oh.
Sorry, Raya. I'm past that in my life. I will say I know those moments. I've been there, but I don't have those anymore.
So God's still working on me.
So you do grow out of it.
Oh, thank God. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, we thought it was going somewhere and it like wasn't going somewhere. And my friends have been on my ass about all of the red flags.
Leave it to the friends.
Were too.
Yes, leave it to the friends.
And it's quite embarrassing.
I mean, the only good thing I can say about those things is it becomes a story to tell.
Honestly,
you can
like,
laugh
for the
about
plot.
it later.
Yeah.
But you usually cry about it during the moment.
No,
good thing if you didn't cry. But I'm saying
I haven't stopped crying, to be honest. And that's more embarrassing.
Are you crying over him or crying because of what you actually put up with?
Oh, that's a good question. Most of the time when I cry over a guy, it's like usually like it's like feeling like, oh fuck, like when's it gonna be me? Like this was a waste of my fucking time, like blah 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 blah. This was a little different. I was actually crying over him, which I think is a little insane in the membrane. And I'm just like kind of running things back, and I missed the signs, I think. And my friends,
they were there.
And my friends were like, I think you just like
ignored
wanted, and you like wanted it to be like you weren't really listening. And I was like, oh, okay, I wasn't. So I am doing hypnosis on Tuesday, tomorrow.
Okay. And that's gonna do what?
I don't know. I'm interested to see if it's gonna like trigger something, or like I'm gonna have like some more of epiphany. Not about this, just about in general, like healing.
Maybe shock therapy.
And I am doing. The gag is I am doing shock therapy. We're doing like brain mapping, and it's supposed to be sending. Okay, wait. When you get like a slip disc or whatever, they put that. What's it called? Where they put it with the
stem cell. I mean, no. The little vibrating thing.
Yeah. Okay.
What is it called?
I don't know. But jinx.
Yeah.
But that's what they're doing to my brain to like rewire it, because it's supposed to like help your nervous system calm down, which I like. And I do think it like has worked. In like some scenarios, not all the time. But it's not working hard enough. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's because
I need to be slapped
it's
back into
internal.
reality.
It's internal, you know?
And when do you get over this? Like, I feel like, here's the thing too. I feel like I have come way far. I've made so many strides than like when I was younger, even in my early 20s, even 5 years ago, okay? And I think, like, sometimes you just have a little relapse. And I think I had a little relapse, but I think I'm good and I'm over it. Sometimes it's just like, it's also like those wounds will always be there.
Do you have attachment issues?
Mhm.
You get attached?
Oh, I get attached to people very easily.
Okay.
But, which
Ding,
I know
ding,
that about.
ding. Problem number 1.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Which I know that about myself. Why is that a problem?
Because for people that get attached really easily, I would have to say you have no business being out in the streets, meeting people, and probably moving to the next level, especially when you don't know if they're going to be a long-term or something like that. Because definitely you're going to get attached, especially if you take it to the next step. And avoiding all those red flags, not paying attention is going to be a problem. Because now here you are, thinking you're in love, thinking you're whatever.
Keyword thinking.
Butterflies and all of this. And now here comes all the problems, right?
Right. And then you're like kind of in too deep and it's like a slippery slope and it's like, I can't leave. So I will say that like with, all of my boyfriends or just people in general, I definitely have an issue of like staying too long in the relationship, which I'm actually like trying to explore why that is. There's a lot of guilt there, which I don't know quite like what that means and where that's coming from. I feel bad. I feel bad for them. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, this is kind of weird. And this is super vulnerable. Like, you know, when you're like, okay, I don't know if it's just me, but like, oh my God, that dog is it's so ugly. It's like cute. Like if I don't take it, like no one will, or like, oh, the damaged fruit or something like that.
You've heard the story, The Ugly Duckling?
No.
Oh my gosh.
My mom wouldn't let me read books as a child, which is why I can't really read that well.
But am I this old? Like, really?
Wait, the one with the teeth and it's like, that one? It's a meme.
Well, yeah. Well, no, not necessarily. I don't think, I mean, it could be a meme now, but it's the I can't even tell you the whole story. But anyways, it was
the nursery rhyme?
Yeah, kind of. It's like a bedtime story type of thing. I mean, after this, look it up and then read it. But I mean, I would have to say that I totally can see you staying in something because you feel bad and letting someone down or how they're going to feel about it and putting someone else's feelings before yourself. And that's a no-no. That's a no-no, especially if every red flag is there.
And they're always emotionally unavailable, which I would say both my parents were emotionally unavailable. My dad was like physically, because my parents were divorced at such a young age. When I was with my dad, I do think he was like very attentive. Obviously, if I'm not with him 24/7, I'm literally only with him like 24, 48 hours. You know what I mean? Which that sucks for him. But it's really my mom. Like I keep dating my mom and it drives me insane. Literally the same attachment style. I'm anxious. I will say I'm more secured than I used to be. Like I said, I think I'm in a little bit of a relapse. Okay, so let us not judge. But I literally have always dated avoidant, emotionally unavailable guys. Talk to, date. A lot of my friends are that way too. This is not, like shading friends or anything. I'm just saying I'm noticing a pattern like within myself and how can I choose better like partners? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, and I didn't come on the show to analyze you, but I would be the one to do it.
People.
I would say that definitely just from meeting you, knowing you, and, being around you, I think that you're very intriguing when someone first meets you and thinks like, oh, wow, she's a lot of fun. I would love to meet her, hang out, blah, blah, blah. Then moving in, getting to know somebody, making it to the next step, I feel like they can be like, wow, she's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Like she talks a lot. She's, always going. And then if you say like you have where you need attention, you need to be, then that could be because when you get to a certain age, especially men, they want to have their own time. They don't want to feel like everything revolves, you know, they need to be in your life every part of the day,
Mhm.
all of that stuff. And you want to have your own space. You want to
Right.
be able to be like, I've got my work, I've got this going on, I have my girl time, I have whatever. We meet up and it's not he's not texting me, he's not doing all these things, right? I mean, because then it turns into, what void is he filling for you?
Mhm.
Because there's obviously something wrong there that you need him to fill the void. And maybe you haven't healed from your past experiences
Mhm.
that you feel like he's the same,
Mhm.
you know?
I agree with you on most of the level. I will say I don't need somebody, I don't really like actually like a lot of communication throughout the day. Like we're both at work, we're both doing our things, we both have friend time, but I will say it's very in the beginning, you literally set the precedent on how you're going to talk to that person. So if like you guys are like texting and calling and hanging out all the time, well, it's set the precedent. And you know, I definitely should have, it feels like I was also like set up in a way that I failed some tests I didn't know was a test. That it's like not me gonna cry, bitch.
You better not. I refuse. No, ma'am.
I feel like I was set up in a way that it was like, oh, let's see if she says no. And I like never said no.
Probably. And there's nothing, I mean, listen.
But it's like, why? But like, why ask? Like, if anybody invites me anywhere, I'm gonna go.
Mhm.
Like, my love language is like showing up for people and like doing things for people. I do say no, but like I'm not doing anything. Like why would I not go? If I have pre-plans, then yeah, I can't go.
Yeah.
You know?
The problem is like if he comes over and then he's there, you're his ride home,
Mm-hmm.
or it has to be how do you?
Hundo P. I
So a lot of
feel
time
like I
can
was
be
used
spent together.
when you don't have an exit plan.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just, you know what I
Leave
mean?
me for filth. Yeah.
No, but I mean, this is what you have to see, acknowledge, to not do again, right?
You know, I will also say something that I'm exploring is, well, I date a lot of guys that I have to mother for some reason. And also, it wasn't always like that. And I kind of got left on a cliffhanger in my last therapy session about like, when did it switch? Cause like I never would take care of guys. Like I literally was so selfish. What a great time. I really need to go back to that.
I think, yeah.
Like truly, like it was great. Like I was like, I don't have money for like this $10 HEB sushi. Like give me money. And they were like, okay. Like I don't know like where it like went wrong or like where it switched. But literally every guy that I've dated in my adult life, like 20 and on, 20s and on, I've always been taking care of them. And I don't know if it's like I know what it's like to be down and out and I'm like a good person, so like I'll help you. Bitch, I do not need to be no fucking rehabilitation center for a fucking man. That is the most ghetto thing I've ever fucking said in my life. Like, that's so weird. But you know, women are inherently nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, no matter how like, oh, I'm a bad bitch, I'm this and that. Like, I don't know, like we're nurturing. And like, to be honest, the majority of us are very loyal and like we ride for people. And I think, yes, like if somebody's having a bad time, like, okay, like I'll help. But like, you know what? Like they should not be having a bad time when you first meet, babe. You should not meet them in the storm.
No, I think you need to stop before you get to that level, because a lot of women aren't in that situation. That's what I'm saying, is like it's not common.
I will say
probably about a 60-40 that have matured, are independent, and are like, that's why they're having a hard time dating. Because there's a lot of men out here that are like, what are you going to do for me? Type of vibes, and we're not here for that. And so it comes to a place where women are like, I don't need it. Okay, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
you know, because if this is what's out here, and
I'm good.
Yeah, and then you have to find the time to you know, search and go past all that to see the few, because I'm sure there's some out there that are. So are you willing to do that? Are you willing to? Because if you take the first crumbs, that's what you get.
Well, and I'm not, because like I will say, out of this whole thing, I don't know. It's like, whatever. Could we sit here and be like, oh, I'm a bad bitch, I'm working, like, sure, okay, but I'm like too old for that and like too grown. It's like, okay, my feelings were hurt. I thought it was the one. I fucked up. I think everybody's the one, by the way. Let's not get like excited. But, you know, yes, I think I'm a hopeless romantic, and I think there's like a lot of work. I don't think a lot, but there are some things that I realize that maybe aren't as cleared up in myself that I thought they were. And it's going to be like an ongoing process forever. And I'm okay with that. But I also think like, oh shit, I lost my train of thought. I was going somewhere with that. Oh, that I am really proud of myself because I did recognize it early on. Whereas my ex, 2 months in, I should have dumped his ass and I should have fucking just ran for the hills. I did not. I stayed for another 9 fucking months.
Okay.
And so I say that because like I saw the sign. I saw the signs. And
it didn't open up her
it didn't open up my eyes. No, but it did because I was like, wait, I've been here before. I think this is the start of like a pattern. And I don't know, like, you know, I can make excuses like, oh, but this is because literally this is the type of guy, the emotionally unavailable guy that I date all the time. And I don't know what it is. And my
What's
friend,
your sign?
Sagittarius. With a Pisces moon. This is what's going on.
My son is a Sagittarius.
And people love us. I'm telling you, they love the
No,
bright,
you're
shiny
fun,
thing. They can't keep up.
But no. Okay, I'm a Scorpio.
Mm.
A Scorpio mom of a Sagittarius. So what does that mean?
Buddies, I think.
No, it means snap out of it. Like, we're the tough ones, right? So we're the ones that are like, snap out of it. No, like, it's clear. It'll be like, it's clear as day this person doesn't want you, or this person's great for you. Why don't you want them? You know?
You know what it is? Dude, honestly, honest to God, we're like such lovers. We literally be launching that arrow into some bullshit. And like, we don't get it back. Like, literally, it's just once we're in, we're in.
You
and
go
like,
too hard, too quick.
Too hard, too quick. Is your son the same way?
He hasn't really had a lot of that. I mean, there's dumb things that he's done that I'm like, this, what? Like with just meeting somebody or something like that. But he hasn't fully like dived in yet to a full relationship where it's like, you know, I've gotten to that part. But in life, things that he does, because he's that adventure one. He's the one that wants to go hard on something he's working on. And I'm like, okay, what about the last thing you were talking about that you were doing?
Whatever, we changed our mind.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, focus and stick to one thing. You know, so I totally get what you're saying, but at the same time, listen, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say that's going to tell you that tomorrow you're going to do something different. Okay. Because that's not might not happen. But the only thing I can tell you is that how about once you get past this healing, because it sounds like
this is so embarrassing.
I mean,
I'm gonna look back on like 2 weeks later and be like, I don't know that.
Who was
I don't
that
know what's
girl?
going. Literally,
who was
what's
that
happening?
girl? And I'm now that bad bitch, independent, whatever. You don't have to sing that song. But I'm saying is try something different. Okay, switch it up, because as you're over here pouring me out, well, how do I do this? What happened? Life's still going. Everybody's still moving, and we don't get to sit down and take a break because, oh my God, what just happened? You know?
Yeah.
And so all I can say is that now, next week, let's try being the opposite, Raya, that, you know?
You sound like my therapist. She goes, let's try the opposite of what you're feeling.
And let's do the opposite and let's experiment. How about we put it as a project?
You know, I just think I haven't been here in like so long. Like I just kind of forgot. And it's like, I really do feel like I relapsed in love. Like, I don't know. I used to have a blog and I wrote this one piece called like The Girl Who Cried Love. Like, I mean, like, I really don't get bent out of shape about guys. Like, I really don't. But like, it just, I don't know.
But when you do.
But when I do, I mean, yeah, I'll probably never get over this, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna just kind of keep pushing through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
I feel like write about it.
Yeah, I've tried. I did write a poem. Oh, my friend was making fun of me. I say poem, so I just tried to stutter and say the right word. Poem, right? Isn't it poem?
Poem.
Poem.
I mean, come on. I don't know. Now we're going to be, I don't even, this is water. So.
Right. We're not even drunk here.
So I can't even get into that.
I know.
That's like but yeah, I guess it would be poem. See, but now you're going to have me all messed up. So, but anyways, that's irrelevant.
Yeah, I do love writing. So yeah, we'll get into that.
I mean, sell a book. The Lost
Loves
of
Raya. You know what the fuck pisses me off? How are people just publishing books on Amazon?
Oh, they are, and I'm gonna do one too.
I'm literally gonna do one.
I've got a lot of stories too.
I got a lot of stories.
Mine are the opposite of yours, But let me just tell you, I've got stories.
Yeah, I believe you. And you know, and I'll kind of wrap, you know, my little woe is me on this.
We didn't even come to talk about that.
I know I didn't mean to make everybody sad, but I did, you know, you guys, I talked about Run Club last week and I did go. And you know, they say like running clears the mind, and I kind of get it. I did used to run a lot. You know, a lot.
Never been a runner.
I literally just went like one day. Like it's
okay. Yeah.
I've never been a runner either. I have asthma, like athletic induced asthma or whatever. Yeah. But I will say I got like really clear headed, and I had like an epiphany kind of moment that I've been thinking about. And you know, this situation, as I said, I have a lot that I need to work on. My abandonment wounds got triggered. It's nobody's fault or rhyme or reason, right? Like your issues are your issues. You can't go out here be blaming it on everybody, right? But knowing that they were triggered.
You can blame it on yourself.
Right. Yeah, not others. I was going to say, knowing that they got triggered, and I should have went into immediate like self-soothe mode. I should have done other things, and I didn't. I instead also abandoned self. So it felt like extra on me, like a double wound, like a double abandonment, because not only did a person abandon me, I also didn't like swoop in and take care of myself. I abandoned myself. So like I don't know, something simple as like doing affirmations or like like you're saying, journaling your feelings, or like, you know, doing
or get in front of the mirror and be like, Raya, not today. Not fucking today.
Yeah, literally.
Today is bad bitch energy day.
Haven't done that once, and normally I do.
And I mean, whatever it takes, because at the end of the day, what you wake up with and leave the house with is going to carry you the rest of the day. Yeah. And so you have to, because like the way you're self-diagnosing yourself, just kind of tells you that you already know what your problems are. Yeah. And you know what you need to do.
You know what I love when people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. You're overwhelming me. Try being me, bitch.
I can't imagine.
Like,
I know. And I feel like it's like you could just jump.
And the gag is, I don't even really think, like, yes, I do think I'm an overthinker to a certain extent.
There's a lot going on in your head.
But I know that I'm right about it, because a lot of people are not self-aware, and a lot of people do not spend time going to the abyss with themselves. So like my depth has yet to be matched, and that's fine. But like, it's so like I'm here and I'm also here at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you have to.
I got to balance
like all or nothing. And
is your son like that? Because I'm pretty extreme.
Well, no,
I do live in extremes. I've gotten a little more balanced.
He's not as animated, and he's very calm and quiet. He's a very quiet soul. Yes. Okay. You don't know what he's thinking. You don't know what he's doing.
I hate that.
Yes. As a Scorpio mom, that triggers me.
Yes.
But no, you know, the emotions are not there. It's really, he's kind of the opposite of you, but in a saggy way.
but likes to thrill, likes to go, like, will go here, there, and everywhere, gets, you know, passionate about a project. Like that I really love.
But I think just go out there and be like, you know what, or don't even look for, because I feel like.
Well, I wasn't.
Yeah. So what attracted you?
I wasn't looking.
What attracted you to this guy? I would like to know.
Not the dance moves, child.
He was dancing?
Yeah, I was like, that's so
fun. Oh, okay. He was dancing. And then that was it after that?
I mean, he is funny. He's so funny.
Okay. Is he cute?
He's so funny. Yeah, I think he's really cute.
You did think he was
he's
cute.
Really
you attracted.
He's super like he's so manly. But then I guess not. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's just like really manly.
Well, when I say like do the opposite, so.
Well, I tend to date like really like.
Nerdy?
No, just I really don't have a type. Maybe I need a matchmaker. But then I heard on the matchmaker that you have to give feedback, and I don't really want to hear feedback about myself. I'm fine. I've been my therapist enough money
only
to read
she
me for
can
bills.
Analyze herself,
yeah,
not you.
It's fine.
I know where you're going with that.
It's gonna be like, oh, she talked too much. Bitch, fuck off. You didn't talk enough.
I think you can't go into the next one without fixing this.
Yeah, maybe, you know, and everybody was like, go slower. And I think I was just like a little...
you have to go slower. You have to, because you're not identifying the flags. Well, and when you were like, oh, maybe that's not. Maybe. And so you're just... And then it is okay. I don't understand this part about dating, but you don't have to stay over at each other's houses quickly either. Like that, I feel like the minute you start barking into that territory, somebody is going to get hooked more than the other.
Which is also interesting because I've lived with a lot of ex-boyfriends too. That's like a whole issue in itself. And then like I've said like, I mean, I haven't lived with one like truly since I lived in LA, but so I said I would never live with a boyfriend until I got engaged at least. But they really be crossing my boundaries. And I guess I wouldn't say I'm weak-willed at all because like I do like enjoy company.
Are you a
I'm
people pleaser? You like to please people. Yeah. And that's just
I'm a recovering people pleaser,
yeah.
but it's, you know, I feel like definitely and it is hard for me to say no because then it's like, well, why would I say no to play this game of like, oh, I'm too busy. That's fine. But I know what you're saying about like when you're physical with somebody too quick and like they come over and then all of a sudden their shit's there and then all of a sudden they have like room in your closet, but then they're not cleaning, they're not taking the dogs out, they're not fucking cooking for your ass. Like, what are you doing? I have to tell you this. You're gonna gag at this. My ex-boyfriend tried to get me to buy him a house last year.
What did you say? Or how did this go?
No, I was like,
did he just automatically think that you would?
He literally goes,
Not my
oh, I want to show you a house. And I was like, hello, I'm in real estate. Like, we both are. I know what the fuck's on the market, okay?
And he's in real estate?
Girl, hold on. It gets worse. So then he's like, oh, I want to show you like this new construction in Spring Branch. Like, no, like, I know that. I really like that area. God has not put it on my heart to buy a property this year. It's giving in the future. It's not giving any time soon. Like, you know, I'm kind of like thinking about this, but I'm like,
did he say to do it together?
Let me go see. Let me go humor him because I want to know what the fuck he's trying to say. And he goes, long story short, we're like touring and I'm like, yeah, like, okay, that's great. He's like, I think I want to do this and like, I want to take the next step with you. I said, next step with me? We're not dating at this time. We're actually broken up. So what the fuck do you mean next step?
Oh, Lord.
Are you going to therapy? Like, what are you doing? He's like, no, I just think like getting my own house would make me, you know, I don't know, would make me like get up and work or some shit. Like, he's like, because I'll have something to pay for. Babe, the backwards mentality.
Wow.
No, listen. And I said, oh, okay. So what are we doing here? You're doing half. We're doing half and half down payment. I'm going to make an LLC. This would be in the LLC because you're not going to foreclose on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get sued out of like my own funds.
He was still talking about y'all moving in together.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, okay, like, yeah, like, okay. He's like, I said, okay, so are you going to buy the house? Are we going to do 50-50? He's like, yeah, we can do like, you know, split the down payment or like you put more down and then like I'll put some down. And I'm like, oh, what's some? He's like, well, or you could just like put it down and then I'll have my parents reimburse you when they get back in the country. And I'm like, well, when will that be? Well, I don't know. I need to talk to them. Oh, okay, that's fine. No, like I'll buy the house and I'll do the down payment so you can be my tenant. So you'll rent for me. Oh, well, no, I can't be your tenant. I don't, it's like as a man, like I couldn't be paying you rent and I need to be on the deed. No. And then I said, oh, okay, that's fine. No, like you can be on the deed and you don't have to pay me rent. I said, so are you going to clean? Oh, why would I clean? It's not my mess. Verbatim, this fucking story played out exactly like that. And I said, no.
But I feel like
I literally like.
I feel like he's an idiot and he was always an idiot.
Always. So, no, literally, I don't. Now that's something that I wish I could erase from my mind. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking.
Like, he didn't just start being an idiot.
Like, he really, like, no, I've had people call me and be like, hey, is he dumb? And I'm like, no, like, literally, like,
he's
stupid.
Yeah, not there. Not all there.
But is that crazy? So I don't know. I need to get out of this, like, rehabilitation center. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because my energy really is unmatched. And, like, if I, like, date or marry, like, a CEO or a CFO, like, I can... What do you mean? I can hang in those circles. I can be so supportive to somebody who is super ambitious. The thing too is like, I'm really ambitious and I got a lot going on and I've been on my own since I was 16. Like, I don't really have time for bullshit. And these guys are like fucking 35 and they're like, how do I make my own doctor's appointment?
Yeah, well, how do they reach out to you, or how do y'all have that click?
No, and that's the TikTok sound that I need, because literally, what about my energy made you be like, I could get her? Because that's what I need to fucking change, baby.
Yeah.
Now, that's the only feedback I will be accepting at this time.
Yeah.
Because like, what about me made you think that you could get me?
Yeah, because if
that's giving me the ick.
Dummy came up to you and he's giving those vibes, but yet he was able to charm you in some kind of way. You see what I'm saying?
And it's not that I'm lonely. I mean, I am lonely. I was crying to my friend the other day about being lonely, but it's not like I'm like desperado for a man. Like, I don't know, girl. I hope this doesn't age poor.
Well, I just hope that the next podcast would be about, I don't know who that girl was, because she ain't living that no more.
No, this is crazy. This is a total relapse. It's embarrassing.
Off topic?
No, what?
Another, I think
I was going to go another topic, but do you have anything that you want to add for like
No, I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be fine. I think you just need to patch that up and get back out there.
And like, honestly.
And don't go back for those guys.
No, and like, I normally don't really talk. I mean, I do talk about dating, but I normally like wouldn't say anything, I guess, like so early, because like I still haven't like truly processed it. But a bitch needs to get it out. You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
You got
move on. You got to.
And also, it's like an art form. Like, hello, I'm sorry. This is my job. This is what I do. I want to help the girlies. Okay, now let's get into some hot topics. Enough about me. Victoria's Secret fashion show was last week. You said you didn't watch.
I haven't watched that in so long.
Well, it's been canceled. That's probably why.
Yeah, and then I also don't shop at Victoria's Secret anymore. I haven't shopped there I like a Skims. I like some other, like things have changed. I mean, Amazon.
I was going to say, I also don't shop at Victoria's Secret anymore because my dog eats my underwear and I have to order it on a subscription at Amazon from this same little vendor. And they probably think that I'm selling the panties, making money. And I wish that were the case.
That's hilarious.
I wish that were the case. It's literally my dog eating them. So I'm not making any money off of that. But I literally order probably like, God, like 1 to 2 months, like every 1 to 2 months. And it's like the same shit. And I love, like literally, they're just like all the same style, just different colors.
Well, because I mean, I think we've outgrown Victoria's Secret. I mean, there was a time when we liked that pretty, like whatever,
dainty.
But they're also selling it for so much money.
Yeah,
like
and the quality isn't that great anymore.
No, it's itchy. It's whatever. Like a Skims or a Skims dupe. I mean, the feeling of that material is so
much
nice.
better.
And it's not your typical old school grandma panties and bra. Like, it's really nice now. So I'm 100% with that.
I saw, did they open one here? A Skims store?
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
And then they also have it in like Nordstrom Rack now. And I think they've always been at Macy's and stuff. I have one Skim.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
I barely wear it.
I do like the dupes though. Like the Amazon dupes. I'm just saying that the first time to even look at those Amazon dupes, you would have had to have tried Skims on. And I bought a couple of things and I just loved the fit. Like it just fits like a glove. Yeah. So fits like a glove.
Ooh.
But so Victoria's Secret, I mean, had I even known that it was coming on, because I didn't even know
They really didn't do that much promo, honestly. It was like a week before. And I'll tell you, it looked like it was thrown together a week before.
What was their vibe?
And it looks like that it was thrown together a week before because the vibe was so bare. The performers were amazing. The performers were really the only one giving it. Cher did perform, lip synced. I don't care. It was cool. La Lisa. Lisa, can you teach me Japanese? I said, hi.
No.
Okay. You probably know the song. And then Taya, what's her name? Make it swim.
Oh, yeah. I forget her name.
Taya.
Talia? No, Talia?
I don't know. Anyways.
I know the song.
Served. Let me say, she fucking served harder than any of the models. The performers were also wearing wings, which I thought were kind of weird because they don't normally like wear wings. No blowouts in sight, no glitter, no clouds, no pink, no fluff.
I'm sure the budget isn't what it used to be.
I guess. I mean, the stage was so fucking bare, dude. It was like sterile with then just
Minimal.
lights.
Giving very
Like, yeah.
minimalist.
And I will say I liked that a bunch of the OGs came back. Tyra Banks was there. Kate Moss, I've never seen her walk. Doutzen, the German girl, Candace Swanepoel, Alessandra Ambarcio, Adriana Lima. I mean, they served, and I'm like, damn, you can really tell like the OG Victoria's Secret models from like the new ones. And but the slick back ponytails, like they put Adriana Lima and Candace Swanepoel in a fucking slick back ponytail. No curls, all of their hair looked like shit, like bedhead.
But isn't that what a lot of the fashion shows do now? It's like just weird. Some of this stuff is really, well, I guess what makes the social media is weird. So
Yeah.
I mean, is there now like requirements to what you're allowed to do for these fashion shows? Because some of this shit is like, who's buying it?
Who's buying it?
Who's buying it? I mean, are we just living in a fake world? Because I don't get it.
Oh, well, weren't you saying that you went to, for your fashion, New York Fashion Week, you were like, they were like, just let's throw a Hail Mary and go to Fashion Week, right?
That's how well, we had a friend that that had a fashion show, but I guess you realize that where and how they do it is not as glamorous as you think.
Yeah.
That's just it. It's just not. New York gives a lot of non-glam areas. And so there'll just be some open studio somewhere that is going to be made into, the fashion show place. And it's giving a lot of social media people. Unless you're going to like the name brand ones that everybody knows, to get a ticket to that, but this other stuff is like anybody can have a fashion show in New York. Honestly, you just hire the right publicist, PR people,
put out flyers.
Put out some flyers, get some influencers, and you got a fashion show. You got you got to get the sets, the outfits together.
The outfits.
Yeah.
Well, and then the shoes were, I don't know what shoes they were. They were getting ripped on Twitter. But the shoes were like strappy, like up to the calf, and they're like a thin ass heel. Like there was no support.
Yeah.
All the girls were like shaking in them because they were just like shitty made shoes. And then Gigi Hadid opened the show. In my opinion, it didn't eat, babe. Like, it was not anything of the sort of, like, what they thought it was going to be. That's just my personal opinion. I think she looked good. I mean, they all have kids. Like, it's
That's
crazy.
Their
bodies
was, like,
are insane,
her comeback for,
well, a lot of them. And then also she was like, oh, Taylor taught me this on tour. Babe, you're waving.
Yeah, but, again, this is giving don't eat Ozempic, like everybody's on the Ozempic, which I don't, hey, do you?
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's also giving that everybody wants to be skinny.
Again, yeah, I really thought the early 2000s, like, I can't believe they're like really
I'm
back,
like,
honestly.
No, not everybody wants to be skinny. I mean, do we want to be healthy? Yes.
Yeah.
Do we want to look good? Yes. But do we want to give I don't eat?
Right.
Because I eat. And I like to eat.
And I eat too. I just had macaroni with bacon in it.
And I can't relate to that. I don't, So,
yeah.
I mean, so the ratings, if they were on 100, then that's really sad.
Oh, which is crazy because it wasn't, usually it's on national TV and it was on Prime only, Amazon Prime. Ashley Graham was in there. Like, they did do some inclusivity because they got berated so bad. The show was only 45 minutes. I mean,
it's
Cher was
attention.
Good. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, but there was like, dude, there was no, what's the bra that they do that's like the $1 million bra?
Miracle?
Fantasy bra. Yeah, Miracle, fantasy bra. Like literally, like they didn't do a fantasy bra. There was no bedazzled rhinestone,
you're talking about the ones with the diamonds
The diamonds and the shit. Like the last one that Candace Swanepoel wore was like over $1 million. And none of that. The wings were bare. I don't know. It was okay. Like it was nostalgic.
It's
but
giving
like,
next. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, sorry. Moving on.
That is not
okay. What about, I want to hear your thoughts on Love is Blind. Because you're watching this.
Yeah, I did. And I don't typically watch it.
Okay.
But I watched it because
US season 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget, Washington, I think?
Yeah, DC.
I think yeah, okay. So, it's giving like so the girl Shelby, is that who they said helped with the cast or something from the last one? I think, or I heard this. I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong. But the guys, I was not impressed with the guys at all. I just
Okay.
felt like they didn't do any background searches. The research was not on par. Like the girls were totally, the girls were definitely together. They had their stuff together. I feel like the guys were just like love bombing and doing dumb stuff that it was like I don't
not
know.
believable.
I just feel like it's Love is Blind is losing what they started with, which is like sincerity of not caring what the person looks like, but they're genuinely a good person in the inside, and that's why they need to kind of be on that kind of stuff.
Do you think that the casting is just going for like the drama? They're like, okay, that really only worked season 1, but now we're just going to see who, like 90 Day Fiance, like who can we find?
But I think they're lost because they were just talking about that on social media. How okay, if you were about the drama, then I don't know the names, but
Chelsea and Jimmy,
the one that they were going to get married, but they didn't, or he proposed, but that one. And he was like weird. That guy was.
Well, there was a couple. Yeah.
That's my thing is that I don't know all the names, but I'm just saying is they didn't make it past. They didn't take them to Mexico, so they didn't. And he proposed, and she came out, and all over her face you could see that she was not interested.
Oh, the blonde girl, Taylor.
Yes, Taylor.
Yes. Oh wait, no, Taylor's on 5. I can't keep up. I don't care.
We don't have the names together, but either way. They were saying they would have been the drama that would have been perfect for the show had they let them continue on to go to Mexico, because clearly you could tell that was not a match. But they didn't, because they knew that this wasn't going to be, like she probably was going to be sick of him and and all these things. And you could probably see through that she was faking it, that she was, interested in him, but they didn't carry that on. So I don't know if it's about the drama or not, or they knew what was coming. And that was going to be drama to them, like the guy with the kids.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Well, he said he didn't have kids, and then all of a sudden he said he was just the sperm donor. But now the women are coming out and saying he's fully in their lives, and he has a set of twins that he is on the birth certificate and raises. So I'm like, who would go deny their kids?
That's crazy in itself. And also, you think that like we're not going to find out? Like, I don't know. Like, are you just doing
for the show?
For clout.
But why would you want to come on and look like an idiot like that?
Yeah, like what's the angle here?
I don't know. But then are they paying them to give these kind of stories? Because who in their right mind would do this? The other one, who was the white guy who said he had a little bit of black in him, that with the reddish tint hair. I'm sorry that I don't know the names. I'm really bad about the names.
And he was like, I'll get you something really high end, like a Kate Spade bag. And
she was like, what? Anyways, he winds up cheating and like
on
going
her?
out. Yeah, and she gets like she sees his text or the phone or whatever, and he's like sexting with some girls. Apparently, there's a lot of them. And that she said apparently that he had told her he was a cheater. And I was like, oh, wow. So, and then it just gave that he was trying to get out of it. He was trying to get out of the show.
Just like
he was trying to
bait or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
or did he set all that up so he could get out of being more, or whatever. Because I could totally see that guys would go on there with a girl that's lingering and the, girlfriend, not girlfriend in the background.
Like Trevor did on that last season 6 in North Carolina or whatever. That's what he was doing. Yeah. Well, also, the guy who's with Hannah, what's his name? Nick, Kyle, Chad, who fucking knows? The guy with Hannah, my 13 reason. I would lose my mind. He's like, how do you make pasta? And she's like, get the noodles. And he looks in the fridge for
she was
uncooked
too.
Well, I don't know. I mean, but I kind of agree with all of what she's saying.
I feel like he's still growing up. But I do feel like he's still growing up, but people don't like her. She's a little vulgar. She's mean. She's giving, I don't know, like vibes.
But he didn't know how to boil fucking water. It's like weaponized incompetence. So don't ask me again. I
get it with him. He's definitely still growing up. Like I think he just had moved out of his parents' house,
and they're still paying
like
all of his bills and what.
And so
could not be.
But again, that's screening. They're not screening these people. Like I don't know. Are you ready to be in the real world, the adult world?
Right.
I don't know. What's our next?
On some sad news, Liam Payne of One Direction passed away.
That's sad. I mean, that's giving, you
God.
know, now with all the things they're talking about and saying there might be a connection there to the other stuff.
The diddler.
The diddler, yeah. And
I don't know because I want to kind of, I don't, again, dude, it's like just so much overwhelming information. But weren't you guys trying to cancel Liam Payne like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago about, I don't even know what for. It was like, oh, like, I don't know, cancel Liam Payne. Like I saw that going around Twitter and TikTok and whatever.
but when?
And then,
How long ago?
no, like literally 2 weeks
Well,
ago.
then that makes sense.
No, and then I'm like, he relapsed because you guys were so mean.
No, I think it ties in because anything that they want to put on social media like that is a distraction to maybe what's to come.
Oh my God, sometimes I'm so naive.
Yeah.
As we heard in the
Why all
beginning
of
of
a
the
sudden
episode.
throw his name out there again
That's interesting.
if it's not something coming or planned? Oh yeah, because that helped him and now he was so sad and he all of a sudden, listen,
Relapse?
you would have to have years of depression, anxiety,
Well, he does.
problems. But I'm saying is, how many times did we hear that he was suicidal?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm not really like a 1D fan, so
I'm not either. I don't know,
think
but
yeah.
I think it's just giving.
Well, because then I think either 2 or 3 weeks prior, maybe this is why he got canceled. And again, I'm not too sure. I would actually like for people to tap in. He was on like a famous talk show in the UK. I want to say it's like in England. And he said something about going to Diddy parties and blah, blah, blah. And then the host was like, shh, shh, shh.
Yeah.
Like shush him.
Yeah, he did. And Selma Hayek was on there and Selma Hayek's face was like, oh my God, no, he just did it. And he said Diddy, then he said Jay-Z, then he said Leonardo DiCaprio. And that's when the host said, oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. You saw the same clip.
Yeah.
Yes. And then that's when I started hearing about the chatter of like cancel Liam Payne, but I never understood why.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I do agree with you that it's all tied.
I'm sure he saw something he wasn't supposed to say. And he, you know, listen, what we're seeing play out and right now it's crazy. Like we're living in a time where you would never have thought, but here we are.
Hollywood is falling.
Yeah. And a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of other stuff. And then there's distractions. So you look at this and you don't pay attention to this and everybody's over here and we're eating meat that's not real meat.
Oh,
I mean, there's so many different things going on.
Bill Gates is like fake meat.
You can't, like, where do you...
The rubber avocados, like what's going on with that?
Oh, yeah, that's just...
I've gotten two
have?
packs, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I
literally... From where? I'm standing...
Trader Joe's, I think.
No,
don't get
not
Trader Joe's. Yeah.
Oh man, we're getting one right by my house, and I'm so excited. But I will say this: I'm standing on my HEB right now. I'm standing on my HEB. HEB, don't let us down. HEB.
No, and they have good, and every avocado that I've gotten there is good. Like I literally was like, "What do you mean rubber?"
They're supposed to be local. You know, they're supposed to keep it within Texas and stuff like that. So I hope.
Oh
they do.
well, the last ones I got that were pretty good. By the way, they weren't ripe in 1 to 2 days, but that's okay. At least they ripened in 3 days or whatever. But it did say avocados from Mexico. Those are the good ones.
Well, that's where they're supposed to come from.
That's where they're supposed to come from.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know. So they're saying that Liam Payne did unfortunately relapse and OD, and allegedly that he got some paraphernalia from somebody who worked at the hotel, and now the hotel might be liable.
Of course.
Dude, how crazy is it though that TMZ literally posted
TMZ is there before everybody. It
but
just
they
doesn't
posted
that's
photos.
when we go back into the interesting. It's just
like how did they know?
No, they know because they know
Oh
you know,
God, that makes my stomach hurt.
They've got the photos, they've got everything before anybody else and
somebody tipped them off.
But that's everything. This is not just Liam. Every situation that happens,
also, like,
they're the first to report it.
How does TMZ have photos from Argentina? Like, how did you have boots on the ground? Or somebody took it and then they sold it to TMZ?
Doesn't matter, even if they did that. They're the first to report.
Literally, oh my God, I'm sorry. My stomach is like quaking.
They're the first to report on everything. The connect is real, baby. But hey,
scary.
For those that live in that bubble,
I am like shaking. Like that was like It was a lot. Now, and like, not to be like, let's go harder, but I'm not gonna like discuss half of this because it's so graphic. I might link it in the show notes, but I did send you a TikTok
Yeah,
video
that
of
was
this
crazy.
super graphic lawsuit that just came out last week with against Diddy and Ashley Parham. Oh my God.
It's
It was
on
like a
TikTok. It was on Fox News, right?
was it Fox? Is that what it was?
It said Fox News.
It was really graphic and it was really hard to watch. They did come out this week too and confirm that GHB was in the baby oil bottles, the 1,000 of them. So not only are you putting it on your body, he's also doing something where like you ingest it and things like that. And long story short, because this is totally a trigger warning, and I won't get into it, but just skip ahead a bit. But there was she came out with a lawsuit. She wanted to name her name because she's like, I'm not hiding. Like, this is in detail, like, you know, who did this? This is what happened to me. And basically, you know, she met a guy that she was interested in, got on the phone, or I guess he was like friends with Diddy, got on the phone with Diddy and, you know, made a comment saying that, oh, like you allegedly off Biggie or something like that. So, something along those lines, and pissed Diddy off. And he goes, oh, yeah, like, haha, you're going to see.
It was Pac.
Oh, or
Tupac.
Pac. Yeah. Okay. And it pissed him off. He goes, oh, yeah. Okay. Like literally a couple days later, he invites the friend over and the girl to, or the friend invites the girl over to his house to watch a movie, and Diddy pops up. And basically horror starts, and, you know, he wanted to teach her a lesson on not, you know, saying certain things.
Keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut. And is awful. It involved, I don't even know if I want to say it.
I mean, just look it up.
Yeah, just look it up.
It's the latest thing. It's an accuser. The latest, what's her name?
Ashley Parham.
Yeah.
And I'll link that video
on TikTok and Fox News. I mean, it's on there, but it's just gross. It's disgusting what's going on. I mean, we're back at it again with this. And at the end of the day, you just hope that, you know, the law is served, which.
And I hope he rots. I don't want the chair. I want him to rot in like Azkaban. But let's reopen it.
But we're still just talking about Diddy. Like, there's so many more.
There's so much.
Like,
and like
you don't get this to this level by yourself. Let's be honest. I mean, they all need to go together.
Right.
They all need to go together.
And it's like we don't even have the Epstein list, and you know, I can't believe that he is getting his trial is set for, I think, May 2025 for sex trafficking.
Who?
Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all of his first charges or whatever. Now it's obviously getting piled on. But I'm so, God, I don't even know what word to use. Like, glad doesn't seem right, but like I am glad that they are charging him with sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Even though the max is 12 years. Is that crazy or what?
No, I think yes, it's crazy. I think everything that kind of goes on with the law is crazy, but I think because the victims are the ones that people attack and there's no justice for them. But I think it comes a time when, as a people, when are we going to say enough's enough?
Right.
As a people, when are we going to say it's beyond this? It's beyond that one person. There's so much more, right? There's so much more at that. When are we going to go and everybody else? It's just okay, we're happy. He's gone now, you know, everything's better. No, that's not the case.
It's like another person rises up. It's like, oh, fuck, man.
No, they're there. They've always been there. Yeah. It's just one's the cover up for everybody. And so I don't know, but it takes everybody. It doesn't just take a few, you know, victims who are going through it, because obviously they have no voice. You know, they're getting a voice right now, but it's still scary. It's so scary to be them. You know,
I mean, imagine too, Epstein's first victim, Virginia Guthrie, was that her last name? The one that said that she was forced to hook up with Prince Andrew, and you know, everybody like came for her, and then they were like, oh wait, this was real, you know. So I mean, yeah, I think it's very brave for people to speak it and, you know, share their truth. And also, speaking of the royals, the Prince William and Prince Harry like never accepted any invites from Diddy because, I mean, sounds like they knew and they had a good head on their shoulders, unlike their
I don't know.
uncle.
There's different stories on them, so I don't know. But again, I'm just like, you know, we'll never know.
And then this morning, I really don't have much information about this, but then this morning I looked and the Prince, keep saying Prince Charles because he's been a prince my whole fucking life. King Charles and Camilla, I will not say queen consort because nothing of the sort, is doing a lap, what do they call it? A tour, whatever, in Australia. They visited Australia. And Lydia Thorpe, a senator in Australia, like, I don't know, stormed in, or they were like having a meeting or something. And she was just like, give us back our land, give us back our bones for the people and indigenous people and things like that. I mean, that's pretty powerful for a senator to do.
Here's the thing. If something like that comes out and you don't know and you think it's dumb and stupid, do your own research.
Yeah.
Do your own research because there's facts behind a lot of that stuff. We just don't hear it on the news.
We don't hear it.
And we think, oh, she's crazy, she's whatever. What's the point of her doing all that?
Well, and then I was like, oh, what does she mean by like, give us back our bones? And I did look, and they have indigenous people of Australia and New Zealand in the British Museum. And that's kind of what she's talking about as well. And, you know, she's like, give us back our land. And I mean, it is crazy because, you know, what my girlfriend is from Australia, and not me traveling the world being like, you love the royals. People in Canada, not a fan. Australia is not a fan. UK is 50-50.
Yeah. Their own people too.
Yeah. I mean, I personally do, but obviously I don't love that aspect. You know, it's like there's a lot of darkness. And I think, you know, I do think Princess Kate and I think William and even Harry and Meghan, like I really do think they are doing a lot of good and like trying to, you know, give back to the community. I mean, Kate has she does a lot of things with kids.
I mean, what else are you going to do?
No, I know.
You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
defending at all.
I think the point is what was being brought up is that they want to be you put the hat on
separated.
You know, I mean, it's like, how do you prove what? My thing is like, I'm glad I'm not in that.
Yeah.
Because how do you just one day, like, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not from that country, so I don't understand the whole, these are your royals, this is your, you know.
Well, and like she was saying too, she was like, we want to be a free country. Like literally, why are you here? She was like, you're not my king.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Again, watch that.
I'm like into that. Okay, and literally, Vanderpump News. Oh wait, are you excited for like any Bravo? Do you watch Bravo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
not all of them, but
do you watch Vanderpump?
So the last one that I watched was after the whole affair, and then I think I caught it after the next season.
God, didn't it just beat a dead horse or what? And now it's on a hiatus. Thank the Lord. Yeah, literally, it's so bad. But Rachel Leviss, whatever, finally quit her podcast. Rachel goes rogue.
But Rachel,
she says she's over it.
Rachel, though, gives me very unstable. So, I mean, again, when we were talking about this in the beginning,
just like not focused.
She's not addressing her own issues. And I think she took off for a little bit, but then came back. I mean, what puts you in that place to do something like that on TV in front of everybody?
No, I know. It's
like
diabolical.
I think there's something there.
But I also think it's more so like she's just so lost and like so disassociative. Like I think she understands that like she hurt people and like she hooked up with her like quote best friend's basically husband, you know, like her boyfriend of a long term. But I don't think it's like registering. You know, like I think like it's only up here and it's like not down here. Yeah. You know? But yeah, like what else was she going to talk about? I don't think she's that interesting. And I mean, I don't know. They're trying to reboot.
Well, was there a podcast? How long did it last?
Like 65 episodes or something.
Were they any good? I didn't watch.
I never listened. I didn't, unfortunately. Or maybe like even less than that.
I'm pretty sure the first one started with her side of the story.
No, it just was her talking about the affair for 65 fucking episodes or however long it was. And it's like, babe, that's boring. And then she had like, I don't know, some guests on like Sheena and whatever. And I think she did have maybe some mental health people, but it's like, it was like short-lived. And it's like, we knew. You should have just written a book and like honestly made more money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you stupid?
I mean, I'm sure it was giving to stay relevant because they weren't sure if they were going to have her back on the show and all that stuff. So I mean, everybody would love to be a Call Her Daddy one day, right? Or, you know. And
I would like $173 million, absolutely.
And if everybody else is making some money there, then she probably thought she could have.
And I'm sure she did.
I mean, she had to get a deal in the beginning.
With iHeart. She did with iHeart. What about, I saw something recently that said Tom was trying to come on The Valley. He's in talks with The Valley because now him and Jax are like buddies again. Is that crazy? We have Lala, Sheena, and Tom coming on the fucking Valley.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
It's actually really good. It's giving OG, honestly. And you know,
they switched to The Valley?
So initially when Vanderpump was going to get a spinoff years ago, and it was going to enter through Stassi's wedding. So Stassi's wedding was going to be televised, and it was going to be the new intro to the spinoff of The Valley.
Okay.
And then everybody got canceled, and the show didn't get picked up, and they kind of put it on pause and whatever. So now they've tried to reboot it X amount of years later. And honestly, season 1 was really good. Now we did get to see.
This is the event thing where they do the events, or she has a place where she hosts events.
Lisa? No, this is this has nothing to do with Lisa.
Okay.
Oh, that's her show on Hulu, Vanderpump Villa.
That's what I was thinking you were talking about.
Which is a really good formula for OG Vanderpump as well. But do I dare say it had too much drama? Like, I lost interest. It was just too chaotic right off the bat. Like, you guys don't, it was like, we casted a Jax, we casted a Stassi, we casted a Kristen. Like, the casting was there, but they were like trying too hard and like too like characters of themselves. So I kind of lost interest. I was like, okay, babe, this is kind of crazy. So, but no, The Valley is a spinoff of Vanderpump Rules with Jax and Brittany. Who else was on there? And then like their friends. So it's like new, like, Kristen Doty, and then like new random people.
Oh, they brought Kristen back.
Yes. And I'm telling you, I've always been a fan of Kristen. I'm sorry. She makes great TV. I think a lot of her points are valid. Do I think that she goes about it the right way? Not all the time.
Yeah, but I think after so many seasons, it's done. Like, it's done.
I know, but like they are in an interesting phase of life. I have to tell you, The Valley was way more fucking interesting than anything VPR. I think VPR, none of those characters on the show are interesting. Katie's not interesting. Ariana's not interesting. Tom Sandoval's not interesting. Tom Schwartz is not interesting. James is the only interesting one. All of these characters are like sub-characters. And if they were to go head-to-head, Sheena, bitch, I forgot you were even fucking on the cast. I didn't even name your ass. If they were OG still, this whole, what was it called? Sandoval Gate? What was it called?
What?
The Sandoval, Scandival.
Scandival.
This whole Scandival, 2-3 episodes max.
Yeah.
No way it would have gotten 2 motherfucking seasons. There's just no way. It's not that interesting.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying is that when it becomes to the point where they have to create the whole scandal and make this, a situation.
It's been done. Yeah.
It's done. Like, we're done.
I stopped watching it season 8, I think, or 9 or whatever. Like, I didn't see the Rachella of it all when James and Rachel got engaged. So whatever season was before that. But yeah, it's like, it's milked. It's done. It's cooked.
Yeah, it's over. I don't see it. I mean, newbies aren't coming in on it, and the oldies are over it. So
OG. Do you have any other pop culture facts that you want to share? Any other interesting stories?
I mean, honestly, lately I feel like everything is jaded with the whole Diddy thing.
I know, it's like so dark. It's like, fuck, man.
It's like,
I wanted to laugh.
Where do you breathe?
We didn't laugh. Sorry.
No, but I mean, I've been watching. Oh, I did start watching. Is it The Bachelorette? The
Golden Bachelorette,
the golden one. So I started that last night.
Good?
It's cute.
I need to watch
the
it.
potential in the 60-year-old men. I liked. Like, I was looking at it and I was thinking like, oh, wow. And then I was like, there was a lot of them. They weren't just giving salt and pepper.
So we
and
just need to wait till we're 60.
maybe. Well, I mean, or just there's something to look forward to, because now I didn't make it very far. I think I'm only on the episode 2. But it was giving a lot of stable men.
A different generation, I tell you.
Yeah, I'm
what
like,
happened with that? Can we talk about that really quick and wrap on that note? Like what's going on? Because it's like, and I'm with you on the, you don't like, millennials are like too into mental health, but then Gen Z is like way on the other side of the spectrum. It's like such a disconnect from you. Are you a millennial?
No.
Gen X? Oh my God, from Gen X to like Gen Z, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, now
I don't even know what mine is
the
called.
guys are getting
I thought they said something about Xennials or something.
Oh, Zennials, yeah.
Yeah,
they're like
something like that. I don't know which one I meant.
I don't know. Anyways, but like, the guys are getting lost in the sauce here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, when you get into these touchy topics and subjects of what the hell's going on and where they're trying to move us into, I mean, they want women to be alone, I think. I think it's just, I don't know what it is, but it's definitely in the water.
Yeah, I would just like somebody to like be honest and be like, yeah, we hate y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And we knew it. Don't gaslight us and be like,
something, but it's just not. And why keep coming around? Like, don't come around. If you don't want the women, don't come around them. That part I don't understand. But I mean, and then if you're a mom, I mean, there's a level to a mama's boy. And
oh my God.
So
on Hinge, there was this guy that I saw the other day, or not on Hinge. Maybe I was on it. Actually, maybe it was on it because I don't have Hinge right now. It was on TikTok. This guy was like 45 or like late 30s or something, and he was like mama's boy forever.
Oh no, that's not a good one.
That's like, why do they?
He's probably trying.
Themselves?
He's thinking he's being funny, but that is not giving funny.
Babe, it's giving. We know why you're fucking like you can't.
Yeah, it's giving.
You need to be on that TLC show. I Love a Mama's Boy. It's petrifying those women.
And then it's also scary to wonder who's your mom, and what vibes is she giving? Because I don't want it.
Yeah, because then it's like, you're going to hate me. I already got a mom that hates me. I don't need two. I'm looking for a family. I'm a little orphan over here, okay? I'm looking for a family. I'm looking, to do holiday shit with people. I'm looking for love, man. Like, let's just go to a little family retreat. Let's get it all out. Let's do the mental health. Let's do the work. And like, let's fucking move on.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I'm not getting it.
No, the apps are another story. That's a whole nother thing. And that's scary. I think it's scary.
It's scary.
I mean, but you said the running club thing. Was there any men there?
Hottest guys I've ever seen.
See,
but I don't know if they're like available, if they're gay, if they're married. I will say this is another issue that I have. Every guy I'm like attracted to, married. Oops, never mind. I'm not good at looking at rings. I've never had an affair. I will never, talk to a married man at all. It's completely an accident. Maybe I'm just catching the good vibes and I'm like, go girl, you know what I mean? I'm like, yes, you got a husband. But I literally like, I don't know. And then on that note, I had an epiphany the other day. It's like if I meet somebody at Run Club.
Yeah, but when you're at the Run Club, you just run? Do y'all not go to coffee after?
Oh, yeah, no.
What do they do?
Yeah, so I think it's a bit of like a oxymoron or counterproductive, but you run and then you go drink beer. I've yet to stay.
Are they all running? Are they walking?
Oh, like no, you can walk. You can go at your own pace. So I've been doing a 2.5 mile. And there's like a bunch of run clubs. So like I've been trying to do like a 2 a day, but I'm going to have to, or 2 a week. I'm going to have to like work up to that Wednesday, Thursday. But there's also like a Monday running club. There's like a lot of people do Saturday mornings as well.
Wow.
And it's different clubs do different things. And I like that it's free. I like that it's community.
So can someone like me just go and be at the start line and just watch?
Yeah.
People watch?
Well, you might be creepy.
How do they know? Where are you starting? No, I'm not gonna follow them the whole way. I'm just gonna be like right there in the beginning, and then maybe at the end.
Yeah, no, you can. I mean, it's right on the trail. I go to the.
Or I'll be like at the end and be like, "Oh, you didn't see me."
Oh God, I know I
woo,
look flawless. You know, it's
woo.
like woo. Yeah, no, you can
Yeah.
go. I mean, that's what I like about it too. Like nobody's telling you that you have to run 2.5 miles or 4 miles. A lot of people are training for marathons. A lot of people are there for leisure. Like I'm there to move my fucking ass.
Yeah.
You know, so
And you have to there because they're watching.
They're watching, and it's.
Yeah.
I actually don't think anybody's
I'm
watching
glad
me.
that you're in it, so that
So I
way you
can
can
report
text me and tell me where's the beer meetup after.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can just walk and then a mile and then come back.
No, they need to know that I just couldn't make it today.
Oh, I was there. You didn't see me. I'm so fast.
Oh my God. I started. Everybody's so slow.
I'm so fast.
No, but I just want to see what they look like.
I mean,
You thought there was potential?
I'm so overstimulated. I'm like, one, there is like hundreds of people.
Can I be like the girl that comes with a mic and just asks the questions?
Oh, you could like, how
Yeah.
did you feel about your run or like whatever? That could be
No,
cool.
I wouldn't be asking that. I'd be like, why did you join the run club? Are you single? Are you here to mingle?
Oh my God. No, it's literally us being so aggressive and people are like, I'm just
running.
I'm just doing a marathon.
Exercise.
Like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Next. You're not the one then.
Yeah.
I would say there's probably like a lot of couples, but there's got to be some single people there. I mean,
There's a lot of couples in it.
I'm
Okay,
sure.
I'm done.
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Like, go run on your own. You like really. It's for. I thought it was for like more single.
I don't think that's like what it was
Okay,
for.
can someone start the singles run club?
But then guys won't come to that
Well, I don't know.
because
It's
guys
like-
don't like to do single shit. They're like, oh, it's like. Okay, for instance, this was so fun. When I went to London, there was this app called Thursdays, and every Thursday they have like a meetup that you can go join, and I think it was like $7 or something. It like wasn't that expensive, or maybe it was like $25 and or like was that $7? I don't know. Whatever.
The
It was like looking
conversion.
for love. Okay, it's fine. And we went to meet up the 25 to 30-year-old. So fun. Made out with 3 people, all ugly. Doesn't matter. That's so embarrassing. I hate making out. I think it's way too intimate. I have intimacy issues too. The second one that we went to that next week, because I was there for like 2 Thursdays, 30 plus, so sad. It was the saddest. It literally was so drastic and sad. Like guys just don't go to that shit.
Yeah. Because they're in the gap of the, like, I'm in that. I don't do the apps.
I think you should go to Run Club. We should go together.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Run Club's going to be all young. Like, for me.
No, there's like a lot. I will say it's luckily not 21-year-olds.
I have no business at Run Club. I hate running.
Well, me too, but okay, we'll just come for the beer then.
I feel like the beer.
Bingo.
And bingo. I'll do bingo and
I'm
beer.
like a woman scorned by bingo. Like I can't even fucking play bingo. I can't.
Okay, it is not bingo's fault that you met a dud. Stop blaming bingo.
God, I just had it for our wedding party.
Yeah.
We were going to play like bingo. It was like an ode.
Oh, yeah. No, see, reading too far into it too soon. Already planning what?
Oh, no, I'm a
God,
psycho.
this is our thing once a year. No.
Whoops.
That's giving all signs. And yeah, don't look up Raya's podcast because then if you meet a guy, he's going to be like,
Oh, no, guys are literally like, I want to look at it. Please don't.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't. And they think that they're going to like watch it to get to know me. I'm like, babe, this is a show.
Yeah,
I'm here
she's an actor.
Yeah, I literally am
Actress.
acting.
She's only acting.
I'm only acting. Who's to say what I'm saying is true?
Oh my
Nobody
goodness.
knows.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
Yeah, but I mean, look, this is life.
I know.
It might not change. It might get worse.
Well, hopefully.
How are you going to navigate?
Yeah, we're just going to keep on pushing
Gotta
through.
navigate.
You know, this too shall pass. And that goes to everybody out there. It will pass. Nunu, let everybody know where they can follow you.
Yes, so my podcast is Her Opinion Show, and we are on all the networks, all the IG, YouTube, Spotify. And my personal page is just JUS Nunu's Life. So JUS NUNUSLIFE.
I love that. Follow her for all the influencing things. Follow Her Opinion Show. They have a lot of good guests on there. Obviously, I was on there. I'll relink our episode in the show notes as well. And I'll link all your stuff too. Be sure to follow me at Coffee Meets Vodka That's not it. Be sure to follow me at coffee.meets.vodka on Instagram and TikTok, on YouTube at Coffee Meets Vodka, email at coffeemeetsvodkapod.com. And I'll see you guys again next week. Bye.
Bye.